Right, afternoon. So I'm here with Alan Asher. He's one of our teachers that we placed in an international school in Saudi. So Alan, can you just tell us who you're working for and where exactly you are, please?
Yes, of course, Munir. I'm working for the Khaleej group. So they have a number of schools in Saudi. The school I'm in is a boys' school, naturally, and that's in the capital city of Riyadh.
And how long have you been there?
Well, this is my first year, although obviously I'm going into my second year. And, Munir, things are going well. So, it may turn into long term.
So tell us about Riyadh for the people that have never been.
Yeah, I think, people generally might have some misconceptions about Saudi Arabia. And, Munir, it's like being in any capital city in the world. People just go about their day-to-day business. I think the only thing you do notice, of course, that the Saudi men are generally dressed in their traditional robes, and the women, of course, most of them are wearing the full hijab, etc. But other than that, it's a nice cosmopolitan existence.
All right, and talking of Khaleej, just talk us through the process. So what happened when you arrived in Saudi? How did they look after you?
They looked after me very, very well. I collected from the airport, naturally. My apartment in our school, our apartments are attached to the school. Of course, in many schools, you're perhaps living on a compound. But I was taken to the apartment, and what's lovely, Munir, is most of our apartments had not even been lived in. So going into my apartment, the bed brand new, I'm taking the plastic off it, the cooker, the fridge freezer, the washing machine, nothing had ever been used before. So that was really, really nice. You just felt, yep, this is coming into very nice accommodation. It's a studio apartment, but pretty large. Television, broadband's excellent. So very good accommodation.
Now, one of the things that teachers always ask us about is the visa process. So people know about the visa process in the UK, but can you just talk us through what happened when you were in Saudi so that you could get your residence card, your Iqama?
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, you do have to, there's a certain level of paperwork involved. You do, of course, have to go for a medical, but that's really just, although it's blood and it should be a stool sample, strange enough, when I went, they didn't require that, so I don't know why. But it was a straightforward process. The school took us along to a medical clinic. We had that done, and really, the school took care of the whole process, Munir. Everything just went through. It did seem to take a little bit of time, perhaps a couple of months. And of course, until you get your Iqama, you can't then open a bank account, etc. But once I got the Iqama, it's quite a nice feeling. You've got your card, you can open your bank account, and you almost feel like a Saudi citizen.
So before that, were they paying you into your UK account? I mean, how did it work?
No, we were actually given a check. So you were issued a check, and there was no problem going along to the bank. You literally just went along to the same bank as the company, in my case, Riyadh Bank. You took your check, you took your passport, and they gave you cash on the spot, which was very nice.
Now, talking about the school, can you just talk us through a typical day?
Sure. As teachers, we're in school for 7 a.m. and our school day officially finishes at 3 p.m. Because my particular school, the boys' school in Riyadh, because I'm attached to the school, it's a delight. You're 1 minute walk from your apartment, and you're signing into school. That is just fantastic, because I've worked previously in Kuwait, Munir, where I had to do a 30-minute, sometimes between an hour's commute to school. So walking into school, that's a delight. We do have assembly at 7:15 till about 7:30, and that's always very nice. It's a nice time of the day, the assembly. The day is broken up into 8 periods of learning, math, English, science, etc. So obviously, as an expat teacher, you're normally dealing with those lessons. And of course, you have all your specialist teachers as well, Islamic, Saudi, social studies, PE, IT, etc. So the actual class contact time, it's really just what I was used to back in Scotland. It's really just, it's just, some days it's 4 periods, maximum, I think one day is 5 periods. So there's a morning break for the children to eat. There's a lunchtime break. And of course, it's very nice. You're 1 minute away from your apartment. So nip home, quick bit of egg on toast, and you're there. No one is forced to stay on at the end of the school day. If you want to sign out at 3 p.m, not a problem. I tend to stay on a bit, get organised with things. But again, the lovely thing is, if you want to go home and you suddenly remember something, I wanted to organise that for tomorrow, you're 1 minute a walk away from the school. So it's nice. It's good.
Good, wonderful. Now, the other questions we always get asked about Saudi and Riyadh are cultural differences and assimilating to life in Saudi, because I think there's so many preconceived ideas. So could you just educate as to exactly what it is like, what you do on a weekend, what things are there to do, the traffic? We all hear the traffic's bad. I mean, tell us the truth.
Okay. Oh, listen, you get the truth from me. I'm an optimistic type of person, but of course you need to know the facts of the situation. Facts of the situation are, I enjoy living in Riyadh. I really do. It's a big city. I want to say it's 3 million. It might even be more than that. I should know. Anyway, the area of the city we're in is very nice. Actually, what's very, very nice is we've got really good supermarket nearby, Danube, and I mean just about everything you could possibly want to buy, except pork, of course, you can get from the Danube supermarket. The local cafes, restaurants, eating establishments are all fantastic. And talking of that, the hygiene in these restaurants is just excellent. I'm one of these guys, if anyone's going to get an upset stomach, it's me. And I've never had an upset stomach in Saudi at all. It's amazing how clean and hygienic and fresh everything is. Day-to-day life is just literally what I said earlier, Munir. People just go about their daily lives, walking, shopping, working, sleeping, family times. What's quite nice, Saudi, as people may not be aware, they've got a project going on 2030 is the target, and it's really modernising during that time. So it is nice to see women driving along, but just like men, the vast majority of them will have a mobile in one hand while they're driving. You cannot separate them from their mobile phones. Traffic is not that bad. I worked previously in Kuwait, as I mentioned. I thought the traffic there was horrendous, and I didn't enjoy driving there. Saudi, 10 times better. I'm not saying you occasionally see them doing sort of silly things a little bit, but overall, the standard, you feel safe when you're driving on the roads. Of course, because I'm in the school, I actually don't bother hiring a car. I didn't for here. I did in Kuwait, but not for Riyadh, because public transport, Uber, and then there's an even cheaper one, and I forget the name of it now. My friend always gets it. No, it won't come.
Kareem, I think.
Kareem, well done, sir. Well done. You jump in them, and it's embarrassingly cheap. They're not dear at all. my friend and I will take trips into town quite often, go to places like Five Guys. They have a lovely Five Guys restaurant here. And just walking about the streets, whether it's in your own area or whether you're downtown, everything is just so safe. There's no, people have preconceptions about the religious police of the past. They don't exist anymore. That's been completely done away with. Anyone even attempting to do something like that, they have no powers. There's nothing at all. Now, as men, I can walk about in shorts, no problem. Although once I did try to go into quite an upmarket shopping mall, and the security wouldn't let me in there because I had shorts on. I thought, oh, right, okay. So next time I went back in trousers. Women do have to wear Western women do have to wear the abaya, and it's very nice. They don't have to wear headscarves or anything of that nature. People are friendly. Vast majority of people speak English. I tend to, they have a cinema open now as well. Of course, well, no, in fact, I think there's two, and there's another one being built. So the cinema is a lovely experience. I tend to, now, okay, we'll bring up the alcohol. So I'll be honest about these things. Local people, no one at our school does it, but I visited another school where they buy something called camel cake. And from camel cake, you can produce a nice adult grape juice, shall we say. I don't bother with that sort of thing. But if you do want to drink, about 3 times now, I think, 3 or 4 times, I've been to the American Embassy. And that's quite nice. You can go, you can have a beer, you can have a glass of wine. And the important thing is you just do not come out into the street staggering along, because then you are going to invite trouble. But as long as you go, yeah, 2 or 3 drinks, you're sensible, come out, get your taxi home. It's good. It's good.
So you would recommend Riyadh to new teachers who are looking for an international experience?
Listen, I seriously would. Munir, you know me, I'm an optimistic type of guy. It's my nature. But I've worked in Kuwait. I was 5 years in Bucharest, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm in Saudi now. That's my first year behind me. And you know what? I like it a lot. I really do. The school I'm in, and I'm sure we'll come to more about the school, but the school I'm in is super. Just when you're saying about culture, go back to culture for a second. The one thing I always try to be, so it's just be respectful. Just being respectful. Obviously, in a supermarket, if you wanted to ask somebody where the milk was, I would ask a man rather than approach a woman on her own or something. That would, you just have to be culturally sensitive. But even if you ask the woman, she'd probably be delighted and want to be helpful. But it's just about being respectful. People will be extremely respectful back to you, and and it's nice. And the same applies with the staff at our school. I think we're really quite lucky in the Riyadh school. At our school, I can't pronounce it properly, Mugaritz Boys School, it's something like that. But the Saudi staff are excellent. They really are. They all speak excellent English. And we really do have a professional respect for each other. We really do. I think I've been in schools where the atmosphere in the school can be negative and such like, but we're actually a very, very positive school, very positive staff. So I actually feel very fortunate. I've landed in a great school. Looking forward to my second year there. And in terms of, go back to your question, would I recommend Riyadh? Would I recommend Saudi? Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, not just, I'm speaking mainly about Riyadh. I have been to one of the other cities, escaping me at this second. You start getting older, Munir. I've been down to one of the other schools. That was a great experience. And of course, we also have a school down at Jeddah, which is down on the beach. It's on the seaside. You've got the seaside there, and apparently that's a wonderful place to work as well. So, recommendations. Seriously, anyone thinking of coming to Saudi, don't hesitate. It really is worth it.
Well, Alan, thank you very much. And if you ever decide to change your job, I'm sure that the Saudi Tourist Commission would welcome you with open arms. So, look, thank you very much. Really do appreciate your time. And I'm sure you'll be a great benefit to any new teacher looking to come to Saudi. So, thank you again.
You're very welcome, Munir. I've been delighted to, and yeah, you know, it's that's another possible job. Saudi tourism for me. I like it. I like it.
Cheers, Alan. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.